What is up, everybody? Welcome back to youtube.com/RajFormer. My name is Raj Corny, also known as @RajFormer on the internet. Today, we're going to be talking about 10 out of 10s. Yes, 10 out of 10s. I rate this out of 10 out of 10. I rate this game out of 10 out of 10. Everything's a 10 out of 10 in this world. Gotta get it. No, seriously, that was a stupid joke. What am I talking about? 10 out of 10s. What about 10 out of 10s? I want to talk about what makes a 10 out of 10 for me. What makes a game a 10? The highest score you can ever give it. Not necessarily 10, maybe 5 stars or anything, whatever. The equivalent of 10 out of 10 for every outlet. Like, what makes that a 10 out of 10? And of course, reviews are subjective. Not enough people understand that. Reviews, completely subjective. It is not a math. It's not like, well, this game has a check. You know, back in the day, they used to do that. Not anymore. Most review sites are, I would say almost all review sites are subjective. It's your opinion, and you shouldn't be comparing games like, oh, this game got a 7 and this game got a 10. What's the difference? Like, stop. They're probably two different people reviewing it. It's totally different. It's just the minds of people reviewing something. It's kind of crazy. But for me, what makes a game a 10 or equivalent of a 10? I think that there's a lot of games that I have played that are 10s. GTA 5's a 10. I think Arkham Asylum's a 10. You know, the list goes on and on. I think Walking Dead Season 1's a 10. There are games to me that make it 10, but that doesn't mean they're perfect. I mean, I can go to Arkham Asylum and tell you that the boss fight and the Joker boss fight it's way too gamey, it's stupid, it's dumb, but it's fun, it's gamey, it's stupid though. Walking Dead, there was low episodes, there was high points. I think episode 3 was a low point in this entire series. And then I can go to GTA 5 and gonna tell you like, oh, there's driving missions that are stupid, you know, there are missions that are just filler, but I still think those are 10s, and I think you can go to someone that reviewed The Last of Us, whatever, and gave it a 10, and you can ask them, what's the biggest problems with The Last of Us, and they'll tell you the biggest problems with The Last of Us. They won't be like, this is the perfect video game, because that doesn't exist. I think there are some people that might think that exists, but I don't, in my personal opinion, I don't think there's a game that's perfect. I don't think there's anything in this world that's perfect. I don't think there's a perfect human being. I don't think there's a perfect movie. I don't think there's a perfect music. I think there might be a perfect game for you. You know, I think there might be a perfect game for me, but I don't think there is one in general. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a game that, like, really hits home for you, but I don't think it's perfect necessarily, right? So, when I think of 10 out of 10, I don't go to perfect automatically, right? I tend to, like, sit down and kind of think about it. I'm like, well, did this game have a legitimate impact on me? Is it close to perfect? Is there moments of it, when I think about the entire experience, where it's just amazing, where it's getting to the point where it becomes almost a classic? That's where I think, that's where my mind goes, right? When I was playing Arkham Asylum, I wasn't really, you know, a reviewer or anything critic, and I was like 10 or 11, you know? But when I played GTA 5, I remember playing this game, and I was sitting there, I was like, it has its moments of downtime, but like, when I finished the game, I was just, I just couldn't think of anything other than greatness. Like, that game is really amazing. It is to the point where I was just like, this is a special video game, and it's a game that I think a lot of people are gonna look back on and wow, that is what storytelling, that's what you know, technical achievement can do in the video game era, the Xbox 360 era, and even the PS4 era when they ported it over, you know, like, that is what, this is like the epitome of a video game. This is really amazing, and I do think that GTA 5 is a 10 out of 10, and that's what it is for me. I don't think it's necessarily, well, this game has to be a 10, right? This game has to be perfect in order to get that score. No, I think a 10 out of 10 is something that is special to you. It's very subjective. Sorry if I'm not giving deliberate answers like, this game has to have this criteria. No, because the point that I'm trying to drive home with this, the reason I'm making this video, is to clear the air and just say, when you look at a review and you wonder why it's a 10 out of 10, what makes it a 10 out of 10? What's so special about this game? Some people talk about The Last of Us getting a 10 out of 10 on IGN and a bunch of other places, and they're like, well, this game has the ladder moments, it has those moments of downtime, right? And that's one of my complaints, sure, but you have to look at it at the reviewer's point of view, right? You have to see, like, I finished a game, I was like, I can see why this is a 10 out of 10. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10. I can totally see why someone would give it a 10 out of 10. It is a game that is special, it's amazing, and even though it has those moments of downtime, you're looking at the entire experience. You don't just break down a game and nitpick it to death, and every game's gonna be a 4 or 5, you know? You have to look at the entire experience, what it meant to you, and that's why Arkham Asylum's a 10 out of 10 for me. It means something to me. It is something special to me. It's not a special thing to a lot of people. Like, a lot of people, it's just a Batman game, whatever. It's a good one, it's just a Batman game. For me, it was something special. And that's where it comes into. It comes into a personal opinion, who you are, what you believe is good, what you believe is amazing, what you believe is special. So when I see people hating on someone for giving something a 10 out of 10, if you read the review, if it's a good review, which I've seen a lot of great reviews, especially when they're 10 out of 10, they make sure it's a good review. They look at it and they make sure to tell you why it's a 10 out of 10 to them. And that's all you can do. You can debate if you personally think it's a 10 out of 10, but it's the person's opinion, you know? It doesn't have to be perfect to get a 10 out of 10. That's all I'm trying to get at here. That's the reason I'm making this video, because I feel like it's important to talk about that at least, you know? Video games could be a 10 out of 10, could be amazing, could be, again, a perfect score, and not be perfect. Because it's an opinion, and you're looking at the overall experience. Yep, that's my opinion. It's probably dumb. Leave me a comment in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Yep, thank you guys so much for watching. Love you all. Bye!